Did you know that according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, heart disease remains the leading cause of death for men and women over the age of 65 in the United States? It's a sobering statistic. But what if I told you that some of the very exercises you might be doing to help your heart?
Welcome back to our channel, where we believe that your golden years should be your best years. Today, we're tackling a crucial topic: exercise and your heart health. We all know staying active is non-negotiable, but how you stay active is what truly matters. We're going to uncover 5 types of exercises that you may need to modify or stop right now to protect your most vital organ. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Many of us grew up with the no pain, no gain mantra. We were taught that to get stronger, you had to push yourself to the absolute limit. You'd see images of bodybuilders grunting and straining, and we thought, that's what it takes. But our bodies, and specifically our cardiovascular systems, change as we age. Think of your body like a classic vintage car. It's a beautiful, reliable machine that's gotten you this far. But you wouldn't redline the engine or take it off-roading like a brand new truck, would you? You'd service it carefully, use the right fuel, and drive it with respect for its history and mechanics. Your heart deserves that same thoughtful care. The danger lies in applying a one-size-fits-all approach to fitness. An exercise that's perfectly safe for a 30-year-old could cause a dangerous spike in blood pressure or in a regular heart rhythm for someone over 65, especially if they have underlying conditions like hypertension, atherosclerosis, or a previous heart event. The challenge isn't to stop moving. It's to start moving smarter, and that starts with knowing what to avoid.
All right, let's dive into the specifics. I want you to listen carefully and be honest with yourself about whether any of these are part of your current routine. Number 1. Heavy, straining weightlifting. The Valsalva maneuver. First on our list is lifting extremely heavy weights, the kind that makes you hold your breath and strain intensely to complete even 1 or 2 repetitions.
Why is this a problem? It's not the lifting itself, but how it's often done. When you bear down and hold your breath against a closed glottis, the back of your throat, while exerting force, you're performing something called the Valsalva maneuver. You might even do this without realizing it when lifting a heavy piece of furniture or a large bag of soil. This action dramatically increases the pressure inside your chest cavity. Think of it like clamping down on a garden hose. The pressure spikes. This spike can raise your blood pressure to dangerously high levels, sometimes over 110 millimeters of mercury in a matter of seconds. For a heart that may already be working hard to pump blood through less flexible arteries, this sudden, extreme pressure surge is a massive shock. It can strain the heart wall, trigger an arrhythmia, or, in the worst-case scenario, contribute to a stroke or heart attack. After you release your breath, your blood pressure can then plummet just as quickly, causing dizziness, lightheadedness, or even fainting. The safer alternative. So, does this mean you should give up strength training? Absolutely not. Strength is crucial for bone density and functional movement. The key is to switch your focus from maximum weight to controlled repetition and form. Choose a weight, whether it's dumbbells, a kettlebell, or resistance bands, that you can comfortably lift for 10 to 15 repetitions without ever holding your breath. The golden rule is to exhale on the exertion. For example, as you push up in a chest press, breathe out. As you lower the weight, breathe in. This keeps blood pressure stable and delivers a steady flow of oxygen to your working muscles and, most importantly, your heart. Focus on smooth, controlled movements. Quality over quantity is your new mantra. Number 2. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, without proper adaptation. HIIT has been the talk of the fitness world for years, praised for its efficiency. It involves short bursts of all-out, maximum-effort exercise followed by brief recovery periods. And while it can be beneficial, jumping into a full-blown HIIT routine without proper medical clearance and a gradual adaptation period can be like throwing a lit match into a dry forest for a senior heart. The problem is the all-out nature of the intervals. Going from 0 to 100 in seconds repeatedly asks your heart to rapidly change its rhythm and output. This can be extremely stressful on the cardiovascular system if it's not conditioned for it. It can provoke angina, chest pain, shortness of breath, or serious cardiac events in individuals with undiagnosed coronary artery disease. The risk is compounded because the intense nature of HIIT can make it hard to distinguish between normal exertion and dangerous warning signs. The safer alternative: you can still get the benefits of interval training without the high-risk, high-intensity shock. It's called moderate-intensity interval training. Here's how it works. Instead of an all-out sprint, your high interval is a brisk walk or a faster pace on the stationary bike, something that gets your heart rate up but still allows you to speak in short sentences. Then, your recovery interval is a slower, more relaxed pace. For example, walk briskly for 2 minutes, then walk slowly for 2 minutes. Repeat this cycle for 15 to 20 minutes. This approach gently conditions your heart to handle changes in demand, improving its efficiency over time without the dangerous spikes in heart rate and blood pressure. Water aerobics is another fantastic option for interval work, as the water supports your joints and provides natural resistance. Always, and I mean always, get your doctor's okay before starting any kind of interval program. We're about to get into our next 3 points, which include some very common everyday activities. But first, I'm curious to hear from you. Have you ever felt unsure about an exercise or received advice from your doctor about what to avoid? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story could help someone else in our community. And if you're finding this valuable, stick around to the end where I'll link to our other popular video, the 5 best exercises for senior heart health. Number 3, exercises with sudden, explosive or jarring movements. This category includes things like box jumps, burpees, kettlebell swings done too aggressively, or even certain high-impact aerobics classes. These are ballistic movements that require a sudden burst of power.
The risk here is twofold. First, just like with HIIT, the explosive nature causes a rapid spike in heart rate and blood pressure. Your heart has to react instantly, which can be a dangerous jolt. Second, these movements carry a high risk of orthopedic injury. As we age, our connective tissues lose some of their elasticity, and our balance might not be what it once was. A misstep on a box jump or a loss of balance during a burpee can lead to a fall, a fracture, or a serious joint injury. And a significant injury can lead to a long period of immobility, which is one of the worst things for overall cardiovascular health, as it increases the risk of blood clots and deconditioning. The safer alternative. You can build power and agility safely. The goal is to move with intention and control,
not with explosive falls. Instead of box jumps, perform controlled step-ups onto a low, stable platform. Focus on engaging your glutes and leg muscles to lift yourself up and control the movement on the way down. Instead of fast, jarring burpees, try a modified squat to plank transition. Perform a slow, controlled squat. Place your hands on the floor. Step back 1 foot at a time into a plank, and then reverse the motion. This builds core and full body strength without the dangerous impact and cardiovascular shock. Number 4. Exercises involving lying flat on your back for extended periods. This one might surprise you. I'm talking about traditional floor exercises, like certain abdominal crunches, leg raises, or even the bench press, where you lie completely flat for a prolonged time. For many seniors, this is perfectly fine. However, for those with specific conditions like congestive heart failure, CHF, or orthostatic hypotension, this can be problematic. When you lie flat, the distribution of blood in your body shifts. For a person with CHF, the heart is already struggling to pump effectively. Lying flat can increase the volume of blood returning to the heart, potentially overloading it and causing shortness of breath or discomfort. For those with orthostatic hypotension, a condition where your blood pressure drops when you stand up, the problem occurs when you get up. After lying flat, rising too quickly can cause a sudden dramatic drop in blood pressure, leading to severe dizziness, blurred vision, and a very high risk of falling. The safer alternative? The fix is simple. Use an incline. If you're doing a chest press, set the bench to a slight incline. This keeps your head above your heart, reducing the circulatory stress. If you're doing abdominal work on the floor, prop your head and upper back up with a few firm pillows or a wedge. This small adjustment makes the exercise safer and is often more comfortable for your neck and back anyway. And a universal rule, no matter what position you're in, always move slowly and deliberately when standing up. Give your circulatory system a moment to adjust. Number 5. Shoveling snow or heavy yard work in the cold. Our final point isn't a gym exercise, but it's one of the most dangerous physical activities for seniors in America, responsible for thousands of heart attacks every year. Shoveling heavy, wet snow. This is the perfect storm for a cardiac event, and here's why. First, the cold air itself causes your blood vessels to constrict, vasoconstriction. This raises your blood pressure because your heart has to pump harder to push blood through narrower passageways. Second, shoveling snow is incredibly strenuous work. It's a full-body heavy lifting exercise that can rapidly drive up your heart rate. Third, we often do it without a proper warm-up, first thing in the morning when our blood is more prone to clotting. So you have a heart that is being asked to work much harder. At the same time, the vessels supplying it with oxygenated blood are narrowing. It's a recipe for disaster. The safest option? Don't do it. Hire a neighborhood teenager or use a snowblower if you can. Your health is worth the expense. But if you absolutely must shovel, you must take precautions. Warm up indoors for 5 to 10 minutes before you go out. Dress in layers to keep your body warm, but allow you to remove a layer if you start to overheat. Use a smaller, ergonomic shovel so you're lifting less weight with each pass. Push the snow rather than lifting it whenever possible. And most importantly, take frequent breaks. Go inside every 10 to 15 minutes to warm up and let your heart rate come down. And please, if you feel any chest pain, tightness, unusual shortness of breath, or pain radiating to your arm or jaw, stop immediately and call 911. So, we've gone through 5 specific types of exercises to avoid or modify. But if you forget everything else I've said today, please remember this one thing. The single most important tool for protecting your heart during exercise is not a fancy monitor or a specific machine. It's something you already have. It's the ability to listen to your body. The most critical insight is learning to use a simple, free, and incredibly effective biofeedback tool called the talk test.
Here's how it works. While you're exercising, whether you're walking on a bike or lifting light weights, you should be able to carry on a light conversation or sing a few lines of a song. If you are so out of breath that you can't speak more than 1 or 2 words at a time, you are pushing too hard. Your body is in distress. This is your heart's way of sending up a flare, telling you to back off. That's the red zone. If you can speak in comfortable, full sentences, you're likely in a very light, low-intensity zone. This is great for recovery and general activity. The sweet spot, the Goldilocks zone for most heart-healthy aerobic exercise, is being able to speak in short sentences, but not sing an opera. You're breathing more deeply, but you're not gasping for air. This simple test empowers you. It puts you in control. It's more accurate than any generic heart rate chart because it's personalized to you, on that specific day, in that specific moment. Trust it. It's the most profound change you can make to your fitness routine, turning exercise from a potential risk into a pure, life-giving benefit. So let's quickly recap what we've learned today. To protect that amazing heart of yours, we need to be cautious with 5 key areas of exercise. Heavy, straining weightlifting. Avoid it. Opt for lighter weights with more reps, and always remember to breathe. High-intensity interval exercise. HIIT. Approach with extreme caution. Choose moderate, gentle intervals instead, and only with your doctor's approval. Explosive, jarring movements. Skip them. Focus on controlled, stable movements like step-ups and modified squats. Lying flat on your back. Be mindful. Use a slight incline for presses and core work, especially if you have known heart or blood pressure issues. Shoveling snow, the silent threat. Avoid it if you can, or take extensive precautions if you can't. Remember, this isn't a list of don'ts meant to scare you. This is a list of do-smarters designed to empower you. Exercise is the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth, but we must approach it with the wisdom our years have given us. I truly hope this information helps you feel more confident and secure in your fitness journey. Now it's your turn again. Please share this video with a friend, a family member, or anyone you know who could benefit from this knowledge. You might just be protecting a heart you love. And as promised, if you're ready to learn about the exercises you should be doing, click the video right here on the screen for our guide to the 5 best exercises for senior heart health. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, stay active, stay smart, and take wonderful care of that incredible heart.